All right, guys, we're back right here today with my man Chase from the University of Toledo. We're here. All right, we're going to talk about the Patriots now. To me, okay, in the offseason, I picked the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. Obviously, the Philadelphia Eagles pick is not looking too good, but to say all that, I was high on the Patriots. I said the Patriots were going back to the Super Bowl. I even said that even though they no longer have Antonio Brown, they still probably are going back to the Super Bowl. This is arguably the best Patriots team, in my opinion, since 2007 when they went 16-0. They ran through the playoffs. Obviously, they lost to Eli Manning in that Super Bowl, but we cannot ignore the fact that the Patriots are arguably the most complete team in all football. I think the Chiefs might have the best offense still in the league, but the Patriots to me are at least a top 2 offense, and they arguably have a top 2 defense too. I mean, the Bears and Patriots defense, it's neck and neck between both those teams. And this is arguably the best defense that Bill Belichick has maybe had at his time in New England. It really is. And I got to tell you, this schedule is very soft, man. And I think the Patriots are really, really good. And, Chase, I don't know about you, but I think the Chiefs have a shot to knock off the Patriots. I really do. I think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I know you think Aaron Rodgers is still the best quarterback. I'm a Packers fan. You know, either way you can look at it. This year, in my opinion, if I had to give an MVP vote this year, it would go to Patrick Mahomes. The reason why I think the Chiefs have a chance to knock off the Patriots and why we should not sleep on the Patriots getting knocked out by the Chiefs is the Chiefs have multiple weapons to throw at you. Okay? Bill Belichick is known for taking away your best number 1 option. So if you take away Tyreek Hill, that's fine. They got Mecole Hardman. They got Sammy Watkins. They got Travis Kelce.
They got Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson looked very good. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is looking really good even without Travis Kelce. They're still putting up over 33 points on the Ravens without Travis Kelce. They got great running backs, a great offensive line. Spoiler alert, the Chiefs are just a great offense overall. And listen, I think the Texans are a good team, but I worry about their offensive line. I don't think their linebackers are that good. I think their secondary is suspect. I look at the Ravens. I think the Ravens are a good team. Their defense is good. Lamar Jackson is taking the next step, in my opinion. But again, they have a great offensive line, a great running game. But again, I don't think they can keep up with the Patriots. I worry about Lamar Jackson when he has to face a Bill Belichick defense. So those are the 2 other teams I look at in the AFC specifically. But again, in order to beat the Patriots, you're probably going to have to go to Foxborough, and the Chiefs' defense looks better. It really does. It's better than last year. It's not.
It's a lot better. If you had that defense that now you put them in last year, they beat the Patriots and go to the Super Bowl.
I totally agree. The Chiefs arguably had you could make the argument the Chiefs had the worst defense last year, and they were literally 1 play away from getting to the Super Bowl. And to me, if they won that game, they would have beaten the Rams in that Super Bowl. Okay, that's just my opinion. I don't know about you, but I think that they had a good shot to win that Super Bowl.
I think it should have been a Saints-Chiefs Super Bowl.
Yeah, I thought the Saints had it. I mean, unfortunately, the Saints got kind of robbed in that game.
They did.
Yeah, they got robbed in that game. But either way, so I think the Patriots should be the favorites, but I will not count the Chiefs as far as knock out the Patriots in the AFC. I've said in the past, I've said in a previous video, the Patriots are going 16-0. That's my humble opinion. I really do think that. If they're not going 16-0, they're going at least 14-2 or 15-1. So I just think the Patriots are going to win a lot of games. What are your thoughts? Because honestly, like you said, you have to beat. You know the Patriots are not going to beat themselves. You know they got Bill Belichick. You know they got Tom Brady. You know they're probably going to be playing at Foxborough again. It's a tough place to play. They're going to probably get all the calls going their way. But do you think the Chiefs can knock out the Patriots? Do you think they're going to knock out the Patriots potentially? What are your thoughts? That's my thoughts. I'm going to toss up between the 2, but we'll see.
I mean, you look at the last couple meetings with the Chiefs and everything, and over the past 3 years, the Chiefs are 1-2 versus them. You look at that one season that they had in Foxborough in the opening when Alex Smith was their quarterback and Kareem Hunt was the running back and everything. They blew out the Patriots. It was like 40-20 something.
Andy Reid has that success.
And Andy Reid does have success with Patrick Mahomes. Now, is Andy Reid going to finish his career when Patrick Mahomes retires? Who knows? Andy will be like 80-something by the time Patrick Mahomes done. So he might have to retire before then. But right now, that combo with Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes is a great combo to work with. And I think that if anybody could beat the Patriots, it would be the Chiefs, especially with an upgraded defense, with LaShawn McCoy, like actually having a better running back than they did last year, with LaShawn McCoy, and just the weapons that he has. Like, Tyreek Hill's out, okay? Everybody thought that with Tyreek Hill gone, like the Chiefs weren't going to do that.
They're rolling. They're still rolling.
They're still rolling. They're undefeated right now, and they just beat
Patrick Mahomes making Marcus Robinson look pretty good. He's making Mecole Hardman look pretty good.
Yeah, Mecole Hardman, Robinson, Watkins, like he's still got some good weapons to work with, and a much better defense. I think
the defense was bad. Man.
I think it's either going to go through Foxborough or it's going to go through Kansas City. Like either or. It's going to come down to whoever wins that game against the Patriots and Chiefs is going to determine who gets the home field advantage in the AFC.
Yeah, that probably is true, honestly. I mean, the Chiefs, their schedule is manageable. It's not anything too particularly hard. I don't think the Chiefs have an overly hard schedule. I do think they'll probably go 12-4, potentially 13-3. We'll have to see. But again, I think the Patriots are going 14-2 at least. But I mean, like you said, the Chiefs, I think they have the best shot of knocking out the Patriots. Like you said, they have a lot of weapons. Patrick Mahomes has had success versus this team. They had him on the ropes last year. They had him on the ropes. They really did.
I mean, they were a team that was down going into halftime.
They were shut out in the first half.
And Patrick Mahomes didn't know what to do, but what happens is him and Andy Reid go in and plan for the Patriots in the second half. And then what did they do? They put up 38 points in the second half against a pretty decent Patriots defense that you're looking at. And probably they're probably a lot better this year. And the Patriots also have, on the other side of the ball, they have Julian Edelman, they got Josh Gordon, they got N'Keal Harry that's going to be coming back and off of injury and everything. So Tom, I feel like he's got some great weapons to work with. And I think the only way that you can stop Tom Brady is if you break his ankles.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Patriots. They can beat you in multiple ways. We know if the Chiefs' offense is struggling, they're not going to win. They're just not. I know the defense is improved, but they're not a team where the defense can carry them. The Patriots,
they're not like the Packers. The Packers' defense is carrying them right now.
Yeah, my Packers. We're going to get the offense fixed. We're going to get the offense fixed. Don't worry about that. But either way, not getting too off topic. But again, the Patriots can beat you in multiple ways. They can beat you with the great defense they have. They arguably have the best secondary in all football. Let's not forget, last year, Rams, number one scoring offense, 3 points in the Super Bowl. Okay, last year. I know the Chiefs went off in the second half, but the first half they were shut out.
But they also didn't have Todd Gurley playing that game too. Every time Todd Gurley came in, he got like 10 yards every run that he had pretty much. And if Todd Gurley would have been able to play that whole game, I believe it would have. And if they would have had Cooper Kupp,
Brandon Cooks too, he had that little drop. What?
Well, I believe that if Cooper Kupp would have been healthy, that would have been.
Jared Goff definitely fell off a cliff once.
That would have, that would have helped him, and not only that, like having Todd Gurley. So having those two in there, they would have beaten the Patriots. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, I picked the Rams to win that Super Bowl, but again, that's the thing about the Patriots. Like I said, they can beat you in so many ways. They can beat you running the ball with Sonny Michel. The offensive line is still elite. They got Sonny Michel. They got James White. They got Damian Harrison. They arguably have the best defense in football. Like I said, they still have Josh Gordon. They still got. Julian Edelman, N'Keal Harry is going to come back. They're still obliterating teams without N'Keal Harry. They're the best point differential in all of football right now. So we both agree the Chiefs are the team that can beat them in the AFC.
And looking at their schedule, I think that the toughest opponents that the Patriots face is the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Cowboys.
I throw in the Texans, but yep, go ahead.
I mean, you got to look at it. Like the Cowboys also have a chance of beating them too, because I mean. They're
a complete team.
They are in sync. Ezekiel Elliott's playing at a high level. Amari Cooper's playing really good. They got another weapon in Randall Cobb in the receiving corps. They also beat the Saints last year. The Cowboys did, and the Saints had a much better offense than what the Rams did, and were the potential candidates to go to the Super Bowl if it wasn't for that blown call.
I agree.
And I think that Cowboys defense has a chance to stop. But like
it's in Foxborough though, so I don't think the Cowboys are beating the Patriots in Foxborough. If it was in Dallas, I think you have a case, but I just don't think anybody can beat them in Foxborough. That's my thing.
I think it's possible. I think the Cowboys. If you look at that schedule, I think if anybody could beat them, it's probably the Cowboys and the Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree. I put the Philadelphia Eagles on that thing. I know the Philadelphia Eagles are struggling right now, but again, I think the Philadelphia Eagles, when they get right, when they're clicking, they're arguably one of the three most talented teams in all football. They're just not clicking on all cylinders. So the Philadelphia Eagles game could be a loss. We could see for the Patriots. But as far as the NFC teams go, it's kind of interesting. I think it's the clear two teams in the AFC as far as contenders go for a Super Bowl. We like the Texans, we like the Browns, we like the Ravens. But let's be real, it's the Chiefs and Patriots in my opinion. Okay, in the NFC, it's a little bit more interesting. So if the Patriots get to the Super Bowl, who can knock them off in the NFC? I look at teams like the Saints. The Saints, to me, like I said, I'm owning it right now. I thought the Saints were going to miss the playoffs. I thought that the emotional losses they had, back-to-back seasons, losing to Minnesota the way they did, losing the way they did to the Rams. Drew Brees last year in the second half did not look like a top 10 quarterback. It was a tale of two seasons for Drew Brees. And Drew Brees is defying Father Time. He's old. He's like, what, 40 years old, 41 years old?
Yeah.
So he's defied that Father Time. Now, he's obviously hurt. We'll see how he looks.
Super Bowl. I believe if he gets a Super Bowl, he'll retire.
Yeah, I would retire if I was Drew Brees. But if I won a Super Bowl. But again, getting back to my point. What was I going to say? Yeah, the Saints. I mean, we'll see how he looks when he comes back. But I mean, the Saints, they are a complete team. When I look at teams like the Packers, I love my Green Bay Packers, but the offense is a little bit of questions, okay? The Saints have a great defense. They have a great special teams. They have a great running game. They have an elite offensive line, and Sean Payton's a great coach. And honestly, like you said last year, we both think that if the Saints got to that Super Bowl, they probably could have knocked out that Patriots team if you could argue that. And now they got Jared Cook in there. I mean, I think the Saints, I don't know if they'll get home field throughout the playoffs just because, look, Teddy Bridgewater looked great. But again, they still have to play Dallas. They still have to go to Jacksonville a little bit. We'll see how they look.
The Rams have to lose.
Yeah, the Rams look pretty good. I think that Green Bay has a shot to knock out the Patriots if they somehow find themselves in the Super Bowl. To me, I said all offseason, my Packers were the Super Bowl sleeper this year. Okay, Aaron Rodgers, he's still playing pretty good. Okay, the running game looks a lot better with Aaron Jones, with Jamal Williams. The offense is in a little bit more process, but I've seen some flashes where the game versus the Vikings, to start the game, 3 straight drives, 3 touchdowns. But then they don't go the whole game they go the whole rest of the game without scoring. So it's still a work in progress. But that Green Bay defense is legit, and it's been proven. It's literally been proven. The last time Aaron Rodgers had a top 10 defense, he won a Super Bowl. Now obviously Aaron Rodgers is not as good as he once was. He's still a great quarterback. He's still a top 3 quarterback in the league to me. But not playing at that, I'm so better than everyone level that he was a couple years ago.
I mean, to me, I think Aaron Rodgers is still the best quarterback in the NFL, bar none. Because he makes throws that you don't see. He makes plays that you don't see. He's the king of Hail Marys and everything. And you look back a couple years ago against the Cowboys and that throw to Jared Cook on the sidelines. That is a throw that not even Tom Brady makes. That is a catch that not even Julian Edelman and Gronkowski makes. Ooh. And if you, like you said, he's had a top 10 defense one time in his career. One time.
Well, twice, just rookie year, but.
Yeah. And he made it to the Super Bowl that year. Tom Brady's had a top 10 defense his entire career, and he's made it to the Super Bowl. And not to mention, going head-to-head against a lot of elite quarterbacks in this league, Rodgers has come out on top. And honestly, if you would have taken this defense and put them on the Packers last year, I honestly believe that they would have beaten the Patriots last year, playing them in the regular season.
That's pretty bold. I mean, I was a Packers fan. I mean, obviously, Matt LaFleur coming in, it's a lot better. I think the offense is a work in progress still. They're still figuring some things out. They're not putting up 30 points a game. But again, it just goes to show you, they won a game 10-3 versus the Bears. The Bears are a pretty good team. They have a Super Bowl caliber defense. I mean, I know Mr. Trubisky is a work in progress. I know the offense is a work in progress. But again, they beat a pretty good Minnesota team at home a couple weeks ago, and they beat a pretty good Broncos defense, okay? So my thing is, when's the last time we've seen Aaron Rodgers win a game 10-3? I'm a Packers fan. I can literally think of it maybe one time in his 11 or 12-year career of starting. So now that Aaron Rodgers has that defense, I am going to assume that this offense, by the time Thanksgiving comes around, is going to pick up. It's going to start putting up more points, in my opinion. Okay? This defense is legit. It's a top 10 defense easily in the league right now. So, and again, the Packers, we play the Eagles this upcoming week. We do have to travel to the Cowboys. We do play the Chiefs. We play the Chargers. There's some tough games on that schedule. But I do think that Green Bay is a team to look for in the playoffs. Now, as far as Dallas goes, I think Dallas is a shot. I really do. Dak Prescott, he's looking pretty good. He's looking better than he's ever looked. He's taking that big next leap, in my opinion. And again, the Cowboys are all in. They paid Ezekiel Elliott. They said, "Hey, we're going for this thing. We're not trading Ezekiel Elliott," which I don't think they probably should have done either. I mean,
the offense runs through Zeke, so
no doubt. So I think the Cowboys have a shot. Again, I worry about Green Bay because, like I said, we're assuming the offense is going to be better, but it hasn't shown the progression. And again, we'll see. I mean, I love Devontae Adams, but I was really disappointed the Packers did not draft another wide receiver in the draft just because I felt like they needed another great playmaker. And, MVS is doing okay, Geronimo Allison's doing okay, but I think that until Green Bay starts performing better on offense, my Packers, I'm going to hold out on them a little bit. But again, if they get in the playoffs, they're going to be a dangerous team because if they get home field throughout the playoffs in Lambeau, nobody want to come to that cold. No one wants to play in Lambeau Field. No one wants to see Aaron Rodgers have home field with that defense now. And again, Aaron Rodgers, he has not even scored 30 points this year yet, and they're 3-0. So that's looking good. So again, the Patriots, we know they're probably the favorites, but again, look for teams like the Chiefs and the AFC to probably potentially knock them off. Look for teams like potentially the Packers, maybe the Rams again, or the Saints in the NFC. You know, that's where we're at with that. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? You know, or potentially if it doesn't, you know, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, you know, get other people hip to this channel, you know, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God bless day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.